Hello everyone, my name is Linkzzey and welcome to my 48,000 day parkour Minecraft world. In the last episode, we managed to get a lot of work done, and in today's episode, we're going to be tackling the interior. But not just any interior, we will be adding in 20 additional farms inside the Coral Palace. We will be farming things like sea pickles, coral fans, firefly bushes, lichen, and much more. Think of it as a terraforming temple 2.0. If you missed the last episode and want to watch it, click on the card in the top right hand corner. I'll even leave a link inside the description for those of you guys who want to check it out. And of course, if you haven't done so already, consider leaving a like, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing if you guys want to catch some more parkour Minecraft content. But that's enough of all that. I have a build to show you guys. Obviously, we have a little Japanese house right here. We'll get into that in just a moment, but the interior to this place is probably my absolute favorite interior out of all the interiors that I've ever done. And let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that by starting right on over here. Starting things off with the deep ocean section right here. There is a giant volcano right here with some smoke. You guys can see that we have a really cool deep sea diver, a crevice down below with another deep sea diver just down there. This fully encloses the bush farm, firefly farm, and the sweetberry farm all within there. Taking a little bit of a step back, you guys can see we've got a bunch of jellyfish. They're supposed to be like chandeliers hanging from the roof. I think they look absolutely incredible, especially with shaders. I'll show you guys what that looks like here momentarily. I've got a bunch of the dead kelp, added in a lot of the fallen leaves just to kind of add in a little bit of ground clutter. And of course, we have the sea pickle farm right on over here, just down below. Try to hide as many things as I possibly could in this entire section. And here's a look at the jellyfish with the shaders on. I think they look absolutely incredible. And of course, we've got some of the cool god rays coming in here. But this room in particular, definitely one of my favorites. And with the middle room right here, there is quite a bit to unpack here. We have the aquarium with a bunch of coral reef in there. There's actually fish, as you guys can see. And we have a little like Atlantis building right there in the center, which unfortunately you're not able to see as much as I was hoping. I have the 3 mermaids hanging out here on the rock. We have the blue sky with all the clouds, the sun. We have this super tired turtle right here from laying all these turtle eggs. I even put a couple turtle eggs on its back. And of course, some of the sea pickles. I have a tropical fish. Like these are supposed to be pineapples, but they're fish. So I just kind of turned them into coconuts. Thought that was kind of funny. I have a seagull or a stork kind of looking bird up here, which I am absolutely in love with. Love this guy. Little bit of a cliffside. We've got some other birds. We have a little waterfall. We have these fish, little Cheep Cheeps from Super Mario. I have the bearded dragon down here eating a fly, kind of hanging out on the beach. Little hermit crab right there. We've also got some additional little eggs sprinkled around, kind of protecting his nest. We got all of our ducks in a row, of course. And inside here, I have some blue axolotls who just kind of hang out in the pool. And for those of you guys who may be new around here, I get the custom player heads through the Wandering Trader through a custom data pack that is made for me every month. And now for the last room right here, which is the shipwreck with the little bit of a cliffside right here. Mind you, there are farms in behind all of this, but I have Davy Jones hanging out here at the bottom of the ocean. And I also have a really cool blue whale. If you guys are interested on how I built up all of the redstone farms, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'll teach you guys exactly how to do it. And now for the Japanese house I have up on the mountainside right on over here. I struggled pretty hard with this build because this is probably my second time ever doing anything Japanese or Oriental in any way, shape, or form. But I had a little bit of guidance along the way, and I think it turned out absolutely fantastic. And I tried to get it as accurate as I possibly could, using really cool things like chains for the drainage, these are what are they called? Drip chains, water chains. They're like gutters basically used on the houses on over there, but obviously it doesn't have an interior just yet, so relax. I'm gonna make a little bit of a koi fish pond in here. There's a little bit of a dock, and I did my best to kind of texture it up, add a little bit of the flick on the roof just to kind of bring out some of those additional details. As for the trapdoors, I actually layered in behind the trapdoors additional trapdoors, which I thought really brought out a kind of like a I don't know what those things are called, like partition type deals that they use a lot in the doorways and window ways. And overall, I'm very happy with the way this all turned out. As for over here, this is Sin. She is the dragon. She is the queen dragon of the coral reef. I did want to add a little armor stand right here just to say a big massive thank you. For those of you guys who don't know, I build all of these mega builds for those of you guys who support me over on Twitch. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do these things on YouTube because there is no channel point system. So if you guys are ever wanting to partake in this world as an NPC or have a mega build like the one behind me built for you, you can do that over on the Twitch, where of course you can find me every single day at noon Pacific Standard Time. But as for this build, I think it's our time to part ways and go to something a little bit more medieval. We will be taking on the Titan of Time, and this will be the first time I've ever actually done anything truly medieval besides the Dwarven Kingdom. And I already know you guys are going to ask, this portal right here is extremely temporary. I like the location of where it's at, especially how we look at the build right over here. I think it really captures a lot of the composition, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with that portal yet. And that's mainly because the portal over here on the nether side of things is not connected to the nether hub. Things are quite dangerous out here. I need to, one, dig this entire area out, and that's gonna take some time. Oh boy, speaking about time, my item sorter has now non-stop been organizing for over 7 weeks to get through all of these shulkers. These shulkers down here is when I started the dig at the previous coral build, and well, I just brought back a lot more shulkers, and well, it's still organizing. But that isn't the only thing being organized right now. I am currently at 48,602 days. Yeah, that means I need to start organizing the 50,000 day video. Which, of course, if you guys watched the last episode, you guys know that I've already been working on the 50,000 day video for a little over a month now. And I've got a lot more work to be done. But speaking about work, I gotta go find a new location for where I'm going to be putting the Titan of Time, and then coming up right after is going to be the God of Wisdom. So I need to find the perfect location for a medieval biome. I want to have a plains biome overlooked by a giant mountain. That way I can build the Titan of Time up on the mountain, and I don't want to have any snow or any savanna biomes nearby. So I'm going to go take a look and see if I can find something along the way. So I think I found the perfect plains biome. This is something that I think I can build an entire kingdom in. Not this mountain right here, but you guys are going to see a giant mountain. There it is. Come into play right here. I want to build on top of this hill right on over here. And I want to be overlooking the kingdom in the plains biome behind me. There is also an incredible little cove right here where we have ourselves a mega spruce biome, which we could definitely utilize. And then right on over here is an additional space where I can build the God of Wisdom. So we're going to be doing 2 major builds out here to really kickstart a large portion of this medieval region. There's also this location right in behind the plains biome that I was just showing you guys, where I want to build the Temple of Time, or the Castle of Time, or the Cathedral of Time. I don't know exactly what it's going to be looking like, but this is the area right in behind where I do want to put the Titan of Time build. And I think back here is equally as impressive, but it also has a snow biome behind it. It has a little bit of the cherry blossom area right on over here. It's got a weird looking village back here. And I think if I continue to keep going through here, there's this incredible little like cove, which I definitely want to build in. So I completely ran out of rockets, so I gotta quickly replenish so I can show you guys a little bit more of this area. But this is the backside of that cove I was just showing you guys. Beyond that hill right over there is gonna be the medieval kingdom, and I find this stuff to be just so incredibly inspirational when it comes to building more things in Minecraft. I get asked this question all the time. Link, how do you never get bored of Minecraft? And well, we're going from a coral palace over to a medieval area. There's a lot of different regions in the world that I'm always excited to continue to keep developing over time. This is going to be a steampunk, kind of frostpunk kind of vibe eventually. Right on over here, we transition into the Skulklands, which is obviously heavily underdeveloped, but has a ton of potential. And beyond the Skulklands, we have, of course, the Mossa biome. So as you guys can see, I'm always building in different styles, which I think keeps me extremely stimulated long term for playing in the world for hours on end and years on end without ever getting bored. Which I'm curious, how do you guys stay motivated to play more Minecraft? Is there anything different that you do in your Minecraft world? Because I don't know about you guys, I'm excited to expand the city right on over there. And behind me, I'm excited to expand the Mossa. Very shortly, I will be expanding Viking Bay right on over there. And for the 50,000 day video, I'm currently revamping all of the islands in my world as well. But enough of all the yammering. I've been talking way too much, but we need to build ourselves a brand new Twilight Forest Hall of Fame, because the support over on the Twitch has been absolutely immense. And well, I now currently have just shy of 700 individuals within my Hall of Fame. I've got well over 100 netherite sets, and that's pretty insane. So thank you. Well, with that hill out the way, I think things look a lot better, but I am definitely struggling with the exact sizing that I want to go with for the build I want to put up on this mountain, and that's mainly because the mountain isn't as big as I would like it to be. But what I do know is that we're going to have a bridge connecting these two mountains right here. We're going to have a mega build on this side. We'll have a mega build on this side, but they will be two separate ascensions. I have to ensure that this ascension right here, this mega build, is large enough for me to put all of the interior work that I want to put in there, because I have a lot of interior work that I want to do. There's going to be a lot of significance behind this build. So, well, I'm losing my mind over here. Making sure that everything is looking all right. I want to make sure that the perspective is good, the composition is good, the bridge looks good. I don't want to make it look too big up on the mountain. I think that's a very important thing. So if I have like a bit of a village back here, so this is going to be all part of one big giant kingdom. This is my medieval region. I'm looking up at that mountainside over there. I want to make sure that the build over there isn't overshadowing the size of the mountain below it. You know what I mean? I don't want to make this thing too big where it doesn't feel like it would even fit on there. With that being said, I also have to terraform the entire side of this mountain, because obviously we're not going to just build on top of a grass hill. We got to make it look a little bit more fancy. Luckily though, we're not too far away from the base, so that means that moving around resources isn't going to be as bad. This is the Masa right over here with the seed vault, and I'm just building just beyond that horizon right on over there, which is super nice. Speaking about super nice, have you guys seen all the new snapshots coming out to Java here pretty soon with the oxidized copper rods and everything? Oh my god. But I will admit, I am a little bit worried about my iron stonks, because they're getting rid of spawn chunks, which I'm not too sure how I feel about. But I'll probably just end up setting up a chunk loader. Anyways, looks like our auto sorter is fully caught up. We have just a couple more boxes coming through here. Our overflow now cleaned up. And you know what that means? Now that we're fully organized, I think it's about time that we take on the Titan of Time. In the next episode, of course, because unfortunately we are out of time in today's episode, I will hopefully have a lot more to show you guys when it comes to the Titan of Time, rather than just a few lines and a flattened out hill. But I'm ready to get going on this build. I've got some really cool ideas. I promise this is going to be exciting. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you haven't done so, consider leaving a like on the video, because it helps out tremendously and it's free. Until then, YouTube thinks you guys should watch this video.